Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you how to use a fly fishing rod when you go fly fishing. Some of the things you're going to want are a fly fishing rod. You can actually go out and rent these instead of actually buying one. Pretty useful if you want to go try fly fishing before you actually consider buying one of these, because they're a little pricey. So you're going to want a rod, a fly to actually use as a hook. That's what the hooks on fly fishing rods are called. They're called the flies. This one's called the spider. Nets are optional. If you want a net and you've got a second person to kind of catch the fish in the net, that's pretty useful. If it's a bigger fish. You could also go fly fishing on a boat. So if you want to bring a boat, you can. Or you could also do it off of the shore. Okay, so the next part is, some fly fishing rods, like this one, have to be assembled. So this one, you have to push it down in, and maybe give it a little twist or a jig, and put it together like that. The parts of the fly fishing rod are the reel. The reels on fly fishing rods aren't built for actually reeling into fish, and we'll get into that later. But there's the reel, there's the rod itself, there's some fly line, that's what this yellow part is called. And once you get down to it, this is the lead. It's kind of the normal fishing line. And as previously mentioned, this is the fly or the hook. Now then, moving on to actually casting it. In order to cast the fly fishing rod, you don't want to get it stuck in the boat. You actually want to let some line out to start the cast. You want to start whipping it back and forth. Flip out more line, whip it back and forth. A little more line, back and forth. And you basically want to repeat this until you've gotten out a pretty decent distance. I'll show you that once I've gotten to it. But what you want to do is you want to keep, if you're seeing my arm right now, that's what you want to keep your arm at. It's just this constant motion. You want to give it a little tug so that it doesn't come back and whip you in the face. I've done that a couple of times so far. But after you've done it a little while, you'll get to a decent distance, like all the way out there if you can see it. Now then, you want to just kind of cast it out and let it sit for a couple of seconds and just maybe give it a little pull or something. And you want to repeat this until you get a fish. This can take quite a while. After you've casted it a couple times. Now then, let's say you do get a fish. When you do get a fish, you want to set the rod down, grab the line, anywhere really, and start pulling it in by hand. Because the reel, as I may have previously mentioned, is not meant for bringing in fish. So you actually want to grab the fly line and pull it in by hand. So it's now, unlike normal fishing, more a struggle of your strength versus the fish's strength. Now then, the reason why this part isn't really meant for reeling in fish is so it's more of the line is because of that. But in order to actually reel in all this extra line is, on this one at least, you want to crank it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And this little button right here, this little lever, reels in the line. And once you've reeled in the line, you can start your cast over. But if you actually get your fish back into the boat, you follow normal fishing procedure. You measure it, determine if you're able to keep it or not, and then decide if you want to keep it or not. Now then, you can just repeat that process until you feel like you've caught enough fish or until you're done fishing. Then, in order to put it away, you just want to take this part out, or disassemble the fly rod. There we go. And if your rod actually has this part, your hook wants to go into any kind of like rubber area, or some of them actually have a place for the hook. But this one, you just kind of want to put the hook right into this kind of soft area so that it doesn't pop out and hook you in the face, arm, special region that you don't want to be hooked. So yeah, that's how you go fly fishing. And we're good. How long was that?